Hey guys, Ash Lane here today. I'm excited to bring you an episode as part of a new series. So I brought you a Breaking the Base series previously, but today I really want to cover a strategy blueprint. So basically, a strategy that you can use if you come across these bases, these internet bases in clan wars or just pushing. And I want to bring this to you a little bit less frequently, but it's when I see a base design that is really, really popular and a strategy that you guys can use to pretty much always beat it 100% of the time. Now, last night when I was pushing, I saw this base literally 4 times in a row. And it all started with, let's see, the first time I saw it was against this fellow here. Let's go ahead and visit. So we'll take a look at the base. Now this is the base design. Now he's since moved his town hall to the outside, but this was the base design. Although the dark elixir was somewhere else, I think it was I don't know, around where this elixir storage is. Either way, the town hall was in the center, and this was the general design. Now I want to talk about a few of the keys to attacking these bases, and then I'm going to illustrate it with a replay that I do have fresh and available to share. So let's go ahead and one more time go to my attack log, and then so you'll see I saw them there. I got him for 8. And then I go on, I get a 1-star, unfortunately, and then another attack later, I see the same base. And I'm like, wow, okay, I'll attack it again using the same exact method. And wouldn't you know, if we go to the attack log again, I'm still attacking, still minding my own business there. I just hit on the top, right? I'm still going, and then I see this guy. It's the same base. 3 times in a row. Almost same exact base. Maybe a few units here and there. And then again, 4th time in a row, I see the same base again. So this would definitely qualify. This is the most recent one that I actually have a replay available for. This would definitely qualify for an internet base because it's all over the internet as far as the design. It's on the forums, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. And why it's effective, well, why a lot of people are using it is because it's effective. It's not a crappy base design, but there is an easy way to always beat this base. Now, you can see I'm pushing with the 4 jump spells, and I've been bringing a haste spell instead of poison. Now that's a little bit of a gamble because if there are ground troops in the clan castle, then I'm kind of screwed. I mean, I can obviously still engage the ground troops by using my heroes in that direction as well as the haste spell when I'm engaging the ground troops if there are any. I've only ran into one clan castle with ground troops in it, so it's kind of like when people zig, I try to zag, right? So people are using hounds and dragons in the clan castle as well as some clan castles are just balloons or golems, big hit point units. So what I've been doing is just going ahead and using a haste instead, and I find it's pretty useful. I mean, I'm kind of playtesting with it still because obviously one could argue that the against lava hounds, which are still probably the most popular troop, that using poison is still more valuable than one haste spell. So I'm kind of playing around with it. Either way, you can bring the poison or the haste with you. Now, 4 jump, a lot of people say that 4 jump is kind of a noob attack, but you know what? It's bread and butter, and it's helped my clanmate Mikey Nuts get to USA top 20. Congratulations, Mikey. And he is really flirting with the top 200 in the world right now, and he's been using the same type of spell configuration, army a little bit different. But anyway, let's get to this base. So why is the base good? Why is it effective? Well, when an attacker is going to go into this base, right? You kind of have to deal with these 4 corner compartments. And why are these a big deal? Why do all these bases have the corner compartments? Well, because it's really tough to get an attack through the base dealing with these in multiple areas dealing with the corner compartments. Now, what I advocate beating these bases is to go around a corner, okay? So you want to engage from 2 sides of a base, whereas against a base that doesn't have these corner units to have to deal with, it's usually safe just going in from, like, for example, going in from the southwest here, as you can see, just going along this whole line. But what happens is these golems end up getting stuck in these compartments if you let them in this area. And if you don't let them in that area, what's going to happen is all the golems are going to clump together and go around the base, and you're going to lose. That's why it's effective, because it creates a really difficult funneling situation situation for the attacker. Now, we'll see how I beat this base, and basically it's like this. If you don't want to use 4 jump spells, that's totally fine. You don't have to, but you want to use wall breakers in the areas where I'm dropping the jump spells. Now, what I do is I always go around the corner on these attacks. So here's what I'm doing here. I have 6 golems. I'm going in 4 golems strong from my main attack location that's always going to trigger the clan castle. I want to attack these bases into the clan castle if possible. That way I can deal with the hound on the outskirts of the base, not have to deal with the hounds when I'm dealing with all the heavy defensive concentration units. So I attack into the clan castle and if possible away from the single target inferno tower, since I am bringing such a golem heavy attack. You can see I'm just right about ready to drop my my haste spell pretty soon here. I'm just waiting for my archer queen and a few wizards to clean up some of those pups, and you can see I'm going to drop the haste right now as all my units jump into the center. The reason this strategy works so good against these bases, now you can't see it here obviously, but against all those other bases that I got 2 stars on every single one, which was the same base design as this was actually the closest I had to not getting 2 stars, even though it wasn't that close at all because my queen was going to lock onto that town hall. I could have popped the ability a little bit early. I'm kind of nervous she was going to get distracted by the opposition queen here. In fact, she did, but I knew I had a few golems in the center there, so she had plenty of time actually. You can see, I think an exploding golem got that town hall down, but the idea behind this attack strategy against this base is when you turn the corner, which I normally wouldn't advocate for on a 4 jump attack, but when you do, it creates a really nice funneling to the center for the heroes and the main attack, right? So you're always, I've never done this strategy, executed this strategy, and failed to get at least 1 or 2 golems into the center compartment, and that's what you really need, obviously, to go ahead and pull off a win. Now, as I said, some of the bases were a little bit different. You can see some of these corner compartments are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, but the premise is still the same, and that is where you engage the base from. So one more time, we'll cover it right here. 2 jump spells or wall breakers, whatever you're using to engage, and then wizards all the way in back, and then you drop that 3rd jump spell in the center compartment, and you're guaranteed, because of the flow of this base, that when the golems meet up right around here, they're just going to merge right into the center of the base. That's the beautiful thing with the flow of this base. Now, on a lot of the attacks, a couple of the wizards will follow this northern golem up here, and you'll get extra percentage points, so you can get over 60 or 70% against bases like this with this strategy. So guys, go ahead and use this strategy if you come across this base, and I hope you enjoyed this new strategy blueprint episode. How do you beat internet bases? We'll cover a lot of popular designs at both Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 coming up. Guys, thanks for tuning in as always, and take care.